Hello everyone. Let's discuss E-invoice implementation and also the requirements and challenges from practical perspective. Many videos and information are now available all over social media. So, I will only be focusing on practical aspects and important things to note. I will split the discussions into many short video presentations so that you can take time to discuss with your team members and start planning for successful implementation. For this first video, I will revisit important basics that is crucial before you watch the upcoming future videos. Please note, these videos are created for SW Lim Co clients, but feel free to share with anyone that wish to learn more about E-invoice implementation. What is E-invoice? E-invoice is the invoice that has been successfully created in My Invoice portal and has been successfully approved by LHDN in the portal. What is My Invoice portal? Well, it is the LHDN's web-based portal that can be accessed by all Malaysian taxpayers using your My Tax account. Next, where is company E-invoice created in the portal? It is created in your company My Invoice account that is linked to the director's My Tax account. Director can log into My Tax and register for My Invoice portal to start using their My Invoice portal account. Finally, how about individuals like you and me? Yes, all individuals can also register and access their own My Invoice account through their individual My Tax account. Currently, there is two ways to submit or create E-invoice. The first method is through API integration. First, the current accounting software that you are using need to be linked to My Invoice portal. You can then proceed to issue your E-invoice in your current accounting software, and it will be directly uploaded to My Invoice portal. Upon successful upload, the E-invoice will be recorded in the My Invoice account for both the seller and buyer. The second method is the direct input method. The seller or the company selling will need to log into the My Invoice portal and create the invoice manually. If you are using an accounting software, then you need to re-input the invoice in the accounting software again. Same, the E-invoice will then be recorded in both the My Invoice account of both seller and buyer. For businesses, E-invoices serve two main purposes. First, E-invoices will be used as a proof of your income. Full E-invoice need to be issued to all your business customers, while you can continue to issue your current normal invoice to individual or walk-in customers. Sales to individual customers will be compiled at month-end and consolidated as consolidated E-invoice for submission to My Invoice portal. Hence, the sum of all the E-invoice and consolidated E-invoice will be the proof for your total revenues. As for your spendings, E-invoice that you receive from your supplier will be used to prove your business expense. In a perfect theoretical business scenario, your profit can be easily justified from the E-invoice that you issued to customers and also E-invoices that you receive from your vendor. As for individuals, E-invoices also can be used to serve as your proof for tax deductions for your income tax return. Let's go through a theoretical perfect scenarios using a simple example in an E-invoice world. We have a company, A. Berhad, that sold 10,000 units of product to B Enterprise at 8,000 ringgit. A. Berhad issued an E-invoice with the number A001 to B Enterprise. B Enterprise then proceed to sell 6,000 units of the products to C Trading at 6,000 ringgit. B Enterprise issued an e-invoice to C trading with the number B001. B Enterprise sold the remaining 4,000 units of products to 10 different retail customers at the value of 4,000 ringgit. B Enterprise had issued 10 normal invoices because they do not require an e-invoice. For this example, we will focus on B Enterprise. Let's see how e-invoice will be used as a proof for B Enterprise. For the proof of income, B Enterprise has invoice B001 that has been issued to company C. And for the remaining 4,000 ringgit of 10 normal invoice, one consolidated e-invoice will be generated and uploaded to My Invoice portal. As for the expense or the purchase of the product, B Enterprise will use the e-invoice of A001 that A company A has issued to B. And at the month end, B Enterprise make a profit of 2,000 ringgit by adding the e-invoice B001 of 6,000, consolidated e-invoice of 4,000, and less the e-invoice A001 of 8,000. However, we all live in a less than perfect world, so all of us will face some practical challenges upon implementation. What will be the challenges when it comes to issuing of e-invoice? Businesses have both commercial customers that need full e-invoice and walk-in customers that only need normal invoice or bills. For full e-invoice to be successfully generated, we need to ensure we have the correct name, BRN, PIN, or IC and address of customers. If you choose to manually create the e-invoice in My Invoice portal, there are many fields that need to be updated during creation. For API integration, we need to have stable internet connection, and sometimes we can't avoid we do face network outage. Forgetfulness is a trend these days, so customers may also forget to request for e-invoice at point of sale, and they may come back a few days later to convert the normal invoice to full e-invoice. Don't worry, every problem has a solution. We will revisit these challenges in upcoming videos. Now, let's look at the practical challenges for e-invoice as proof of expenses. Not all vendors are required to issue e-invoice. This includes individuals that do not have a business registered or businesses with less than 150,000 turnover. They are the micro SME. Salary, wages, and claims by employees may not be fully supported by e-invoice too. Another common practice in Malaysia is payment of commission and incentive to third parties. These amounts are often calculated at the end of the month and paid only based on calculations. Last but not least is the part-time wages and payment to foreign workers. The lists are not exhaustive, and your businesses may have many more examples that is not listed here. So, what do? These are the things that I will also go through and discuss in the upcoming video. Now, let's go to the next slide. As highlighted at the beginning, this series of videos are aimed to focus on practical challenges discussed above and the solutions available. All businesses will need to make changes to some of their existing process for successful implementation. All the challenges highlighted above will be discussed deeper in upcoming videos based on the latest updated guidelines. For now, please discuss with your team on challenges specific to your business for future discussions. Thank you and stay tuned for the upcoming videos.